You earn more than most people around you. Your paycheck keeps growing. People assume you're doing well. You drive a better car. You wear better clothes. You live in a nicer place. And yet, every month feels strangely the same. You work hard. You earn more. You spend more. And somehow, true financial freedom never gets any closer. Then one day, you meet someone who earns less than you, but they have something you don't. Peace, options, freedom. Because while you were focused on income, they were focused on net worth. And that changes everything.
At first, income feels like the answer to every financial problem. You believe that if you could just earn a little more, life would finally become easier. So you work harder. You take extra shifts, you chase promotions, you learn new skills, and eventually, your income increases. For a moment, it feels incredible. You celebrate, you reward yourself, you upgrade your lifestyle. A better phone, a better apartment, a newer car, a few more subscriptions, a few more luxuries. Nothing seems wrong. Until you realize something shocking. Your income doubled, but your financial stress barely changed. Because income alone does not create wealth. Income only creates opportunity. What you do with that opportunity determines everything.
The more money you earn, the more opportunities appear to spend it. This is where most people get stuck. Not because they are lazy, not because they are stupid, but because lifestyle inflation is invisible. Every raise becomes a reason to spend more. Every bonus becomes an excuse to upgrade something. And slowly, without realizing it, your expenses begin growing at the same speed as your income. You look richer, but you are not actually becoming wealthier. Because true wealth is not measured by what people see. It is measured by what remains after the spending stops. And for many people, there was very little left.
Then you discover a financial concept that changes everything. Net worth. Not income, not salary, not job title. Net worth. The number that reveals what you actually own after subtracting what you owe. For the first time, you stop asking, how much do I earn? And start asking, how much do I actually keep? That simple shift changes your entire perspective. Because suddenly, the goal is no longer to impress people. The goal becomes building ownership, building assets, building financial strength, building a future version of yourself that no longer depends on every paycheck. Now your decisions begin changing. Instead of spending every extra dollar, you start investing part of it. You buy assets. You learn about stocks, ETFs, retirement accounts, businesses, real estate. You stop seeing money as something that disappears. You start seeing money as something that can work for you. Every investment becomes a tiny employee working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, even while you sleep. The growth is slow at first, sometimes frustratingly slow. But unlike consumption, assets have the ability to multiply, and that is where wealth begins.
This is where two people can have identical incomes and completely different futures. Person A earns $150,000 per year, spends almost all of it, owns very little, has debt, has expensive obligations. Person B earns $90,000 per year, invests consistently, owns appreciating assets, keeps expenses under control. After 10 years, person B may be dramatically wealthier, despite earning less, because wealth is not built by income alone. Wealth is built by what survives after spending. This is why some high-income earners remain trapped for decades, and some ordinary earners quietly become millionaires. Eventually, something incredible happens. Your assets begin producing income, dividends, interest, rental income, business profits, investment growth.
For the first time, money starts arriving from sources other than your labor. You are no longer trading every hour for every dollar. You begin buying back your time. And that is when wealth starts feeling real. Because freedom is not about having the biggest paycheck. Freedom is having enough assets that your life no longer depends entirely on one.
Income matters. Income is important. Income can transform your life. But income alone rarely creates lasting wealth. Net worth is what tells the real story. Income is how fast you can earn. Net worth is how much of that journey you actually keep. One helps you survive. The other helps you become free. And the people who understand this distinction early often spend the rest of their lives playing a completely different financial game. If you want to learn more about money, investing, financial freedom, wealth building, and the habits that quietly separate wealthy people from everyone else, subscribe to the channel. Because becoming rich is not usually about earning more than everyone else. It is about keeping, growing, and multiplying what you earn. And the sooner you understand that difference, the sooner your financial future starts to change.